respected guests, you have already known that we had a month, Dr. Dipu Moni, MP, Honorable Minister of Education, People's Republic of Bangladesh, as our chief guest. I would like to request our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Dipu Moni, MP, to give her valuable speech.
Respected chairperson, distinguished speakers, very distinguished guests from abroad, around the world, and all the participants of this E-Conference. I'm delighted to learn that Frontiers of Physics, the Bangladesh Physical Society and the University of Dhaka have joined hands in organizing this international E-Conference on physics. We are celebrating 50 years of our independence in Bangladesh and also the birth centenary of our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. This year is also the centenary of our University of Dhaka. And with COVID-19 restricting many of our activities, it is heartening to note that you have put together such a rich program and a very distinguished set of speakers are participating. The current pandemic has had terrible effects on the lives of millions of hundreds of millions of people around the world. At the same time, it has created opportunities also. It forced us to adapt and to adopt new technologies. It might not have been easy to get all these speakers physically together in Bangladesh, even if there was no pandemic. And we would not have attempted or accepted a virtual gathering. Thus, this new normal of virtual meetings is also creating new and great opportunities. Though this event is not formally a part of any of the celebrations that I have mentioned earlier, it nevertheless is heartening to see such an event take place here. And let us consider this to be a symbol of our rising standards and our coming of age. I'm delighted to hear that one of our, chair of today's session, I guess, Professor Misbauddin, he did mention some of our legends in the area of science. We are very proud that we have such a great tradition of scientists, of research in the areas of science. But we have to build that culture again. I think we slipped somewhat. We still have many good researchers, but research facilities, we have to build more, and we have to build that culture of research. He also talked about teachers, having good teachers, having good infrastructures. We need libraries, digital libraries, laboratories. We talked about STEM, science, technology, science, and engineering and mathematics for improving the quality of lives. We also think that it should not be just STEM, but maybe STEAM, where arts are also needed for overall development of people. So I would like to see that our education system benefits from not just science and technology and engineering and maths, but also from arts. We have come a long way since the days when we used to get attention in the world media only for news of natural disasters. We are a natural disaster prone country, and we are actually at the forefront of um, the climate change. The worst affected countries, we're one of the worst affected countries. But we have come actually a long way, and Bangladesh is now looking forward to becoming a developed country within the next 2 decades. In order to achieve this goal, we're investing heavily in education, and we'll need to continue to invest more in research. Our father of the nation, he had a soft corner for science always, and uh, when uh, he was in jail, but when he consented for um, his daughter's marriage, uh, he he had given his daughter's hand in marriage to one of our late scientists and past president of the Bangladesh Physical Society, Dr. M.A. Wajid Mia. And also, when we were formulating just after our independence, this was a war-ravaged country, and he said education was the main tool in developing that country and transforming that war-ravaged country to his dreamland of Golden Bengal, Sonar Bangla. Um, in order to do that, he appointed one of our famous scientists, also an educationist, Dr. Kudjute Khuda, to head the Education Commission to formulate our first ever education policy of our independent Bangladesh. And he always believed that in order to build his Golden Bengal, he needed golden people. And he believes that through education, we can have those golden people. And he was leading the country along the path of inclusive development based on prudent agricultural and industrial policies. But we got derailed because of military intervention. We got derailed for not just for 21 years, but even after 2001, we were not on the right path for 7-8 years. Since 2009, we again have come back to that path of prudent growth under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. We must do our very best to ensure that this journey continues. We must remain focused on completing the mega projects that we have initiated, including the Padda Bridge, special economic zones, major power plants, deep sea port, metro rails, upgradation of our rail and waterways, and of course, developing our digital infrastructure to promote e-commerce. We have heard from one of the speakers. He said he told us what profound, original, and transformational contribution Professor S.L. Bose and Einstein's coming together had made to the world of physics, and for that matter, our understanding of this universe. So I think we need to follow the path that all these scientists have shown us, and so many of them from also our part of the world, to become to achieve all our goals and to face all the challenges that the fourth industrial revolution is going to bring for us. Development of science and technology is going to be the indispensable tool. And Bangladesh Physical Society is constantly working for extending the platform for the young researchers. And though the facilities are probably still very limited, but they're doing national and international events and bringing in expertise from everywhere together. We need to have skilled manpower who can contribute much in our renewable energies, including nuclear power plants, solar and wind energies, to achieve our SDGs on time. Based on this strong foundation, we will certainly be able to complete our mission of transforming Bangladesh into an upper middle economy by 2031 and a developed economy by 2041, as aspired by our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. As the Minister of Education, I constantly encounter problems in our tertiary education sector. Despite contributions made by a number of individual scientists, overall quality of education and research leaves a lot to be desired. In this backdrop, I hope and believe that this event will set renewed higher standards, and such collaborations will continue to create many more opportunities for the academic community of Bangladesh. I'm also very happy to learn that while arranging such a conference, where I believe cutting edge physics will be discussed, you have not forgotten our dear students, the future of our country. I hope the session on academics opportunities in the US will prove helpful and inspire more of our students to get the very best of education. I myself have also benefited immensely from my opportunity to study abroad in the US, particularly. I would like to thank Frontiers of Physics for this initiative, and the Bangladesh Physical Society and University of Dhaka, the whole team, for making this possible. We have to do much better in our higher education, and we are trying to strengthen our University Grants Commission. We're trying to establish Teachers Training Institute. We're trying to build more facilities for better research, and giving researchers more incentives, if I may say so, to do their research, and creating, in fact, creating that, as I said, culture of research. So this kind of seminars and conferences, I'm sure, with the participation of such distinguished scientists and researchers, will inspire our young researchers as well. I warmly invite all the guests, participants who are participating from abroad to visit Bangladesh when the time is a little better. And I wish this international E-Conference on Physics a grand success. Thank you all. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu, may Bangladesh live forever.